Hello, Aries, and welcome to Meta Vibes. So, I'm going to be doing your weekly read from, or I should say, your mid monthly read from April 15th to the end of April. So, I'm going to be using three different decks, just to get a little insight on everything and make sure that I'm giving you a proper read. So I'm going to start with the Ethereal Visions deck. This is the regular wider rate deck, and this is the Morgan Greer deck. So let's go ahead and get this going, shall we? All right, so mid-month. Oh, okay. And then this is the present. And then let's see. Let's push this up a little bit. Present. And then towards the end of the month. All right. So heading up until heading into the first I want to say into the first half of the month. You know, you were in your, you might have been dealing with a water sign, most definitely, but it looks like you were emotionally caught off guard by something. It looks like you felt something was not productive or a win or something like that, or you were blocked off, or you were trying to find success in something that, you just couldn't find. Like, even within you, like, it's like you blocked your emotions off to something that could have been successful, and it could have been because you were influenced by others. It's probably not even how you really feel about the situation. It's just you. And they say Aries men are not really emotional, but yeah, you are. I mean, you're passionate about things that you see in your life, or that you see could really be beneficial or helpful or beautiful or anything like that. Like, you're passionate about things, and that's where most of your emotional maturity dwells. So it doesn't make you unemotional. It just means you have to be excited about something to be emotional about it. Now, heading towards, I want to say the 15th through like maybe the 20th, you have the Six of Swords, the Death card, and the Ace of Cups. So there's a change. There's definitely, you left something behind. It could have been a Leo person. You left something behind because you're trying to get to calmer waters. So something had to change. And you might have been emotional about it. You know what I mean? It might have been, what I'm getting is unfair. And you're feeling that it's a little bit unfair. And you're wondering, was that the right move or something like that? Because it looks like, because I have 3 sixes here. And then you have the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles, then it jumps to the Eight of Swords. So it looks like there's some climbing. There's some there's some climbing that you're doing, that you're really trying to, how should I say this, Aries? You're really trying to understand the true value of give and take. Okay, and you feel like you've given and you haven't received much back, or you might have gypped someone who didn't deserve to be gypped, and you're feeling the weight of that energy. And I don't know why I'm feeling that. I mean, I don't necessarily see Aries as the type to gyp someone, if you will. But there might have been like an agreement that was made, and you felt good about it, but then you started to doubt because of what I'm getting is external influences. It wasn't necessarily your energy. So you moved away from a situation that actually brought you happiness. And then as you thought about it more and more and more, heading towards the end of the month, the last 5 days of the month, as you think about it more and more and more, you're a little heartbroken. You're torn because, and you're looking at like why you did something, and was it really worth you doing that? And you're feeling, you're just like, something needs to be balanced out. Something is not fair. So what I'm gonna do is get a literary witches card, from the Literary Witches Oracle. And this is just to wrap up the reading, but it looks like you're towards the end of the month, you're trying to make something fair, or someone's trying to make something fair that was unjustly done. And it could have been because of ego, because I have the Six of Wands in reverse. So there's ego right there, like in the negative fashion. So that could have been getting in your way. You did something in haste because of your ego, when, you know, the mature thing to do would have been to wait it out and see what was right and what was wrong. You have loss here, and you know, that's what I'm saying here. There was a change in a dynamic that was meant to be successful, or you were, you know, you were egotistical about something. You left something behind. You decided, you changed your mind, and as you saw yourself changing, it wasn't for the best, or it could have, and or you thought it was the best decision to make, but it turns out, as you thought more about it, your ego, your passion got in the way, and you could have been dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo person, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, a Scorpio, most definitely. Heavy Scorpio vibes here. So, you know, maybe this Pluto energy, which is the death card here, which is Scorpio, could have really, you know, struck a lightning bolt in a situation through the guise of your ego, to test you and test others. Because when you're being narcissistic and egotistical, it makes others react to that. And if they're intelligent, they'll respond to it. But a lot of the times, you know, the Aries energy is fast moving and all of these things. So it makes people react quickly because they don't have a chance to think. So it looks as though you made an assumption, or you went out of your way to inflict some sort of harm, or something like that, or a situation came to a head, and someone lost out, and they should not have, simply because it was a misunderstanding. So we have Mary Shelley here, and that's lost. And this looks like a death, actually. So you might, you know, and I don't mean to be insensitive, because I don't really talk about like death and stuff like that, but it looks like there might be a situation here where somebody loses a family member, or you're worried about death, and maybe this coronavirus has you hella paranoid. So you're doing things that are not in your nature, and it's making other people feel alienated. So let's look. Yes?